Welcome, everyone, to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Allis, president of AIME. Today, I get the honor, the privilege to sit with Coach Kyle Draper. He's the author of Rethink Everything. This guy, if you've been to Fuse before, he's a returning presenter. And what I mean by that is he's done such an amazing job. It's hard to get asked to come back because we want to make sure that our audience has something new. But Kyle's always reinventing to make sure that we're current in today's market, as well as that we're doing things that really make a difference for our originators, which fits perfect for an episode of Grow and Get It. So, one of the things that, one of the biggest impacts that Kyle works on is social media and how there's some steps you can take immediately to start seeing some results. So, Kyle, welcome to the show, brother.
Tom, it is an honor to be on this show with you, to be a second-time speaker at Fuse. Man, y'all got to pinch me. I just can't believe that this is a real thing.
Man, I'm looking forward to it myself. It's right around the corner. I'm already starting to get, man, what am I going to wear? What
That's
are we
right.
going to talk? Like, I got to, it's one of those things. Intentional growth doesn't happen without you being intentional about it, right? So for me, it's, I want to leave that conference with, some new skill sets. I want to leave it with new connections. I want to link together. Our slogan here at AIME has been brokers are better together. And I really believe that. I know for me, I get the opportunity in serving on our member leadership team, but I get to work with brokers all over the country, trading ideas, working to get better.
Yeah.
You being a coach in our industry and really mastering the social media aspect of it. Give us a preview. What is it going to be at AIME Fuse 6?
Yeah.
That you are going to, the things that you're doing wrong on social media, I think is one of the topics, right?
Yeah. So Tom, I was telling you before we hit record, I've got a 15-minute time slot on Friday of Fuse. And so if I tell you what I'm going to talk about, then nobody's going to show up to the actual event. So I want to give you number 4 and 5, because on Friday of Fuse, I'll be talking about the 3 things you should stop doing on social media. So I'm going to give you the B team group that they didn't make the starting 3, but they're still really important. Number 4, and this sounds so foreign, but stop introducing yourself in your video content. We are so prone, right, to say, hey guys, it's Kyle Draper with blah, blah mortgage. And that's because this is business, right? This is how we were trained. And we don't think about that 99% of the people that see that content are already our friends.
Right.
So, if I walk up to you at Fuse to give you a big old bear hug and you're like, hey, Kyle, hey, Tom, I'm going to be like, whoa, like I totally misread this situation. I thought we were, friendlier than that.
Yeah, we're friends. You're already on social media together.
And that's what we're doing in our content when I show up introducing myself to a bunch of people that already know who I am. Plus, in the fast-paced style of social media, by the time you get out, I'm Tom with boop. They've already swiped away from your video.
Yeah,
because that wasn't impressive. That you didn't give them something that caught their attention.
There was no hook.
So we gotta jump straight into content. Remember, our name is above our videos. Our name is above everything we'll ever post. And so there's just really no reason to introduce ourselves anymore. So that's number 4.
Wish you would have shared that with me 3 years ago. I started doing my videos, and to this day, my video editor is like, stop doing that. I'm like, I'm so used to it. And you're right. These are some simple, and I love the way you're doing this, because if you haven't listened to Kyle, this isn't something, it's not a part-time gig for him. He's all in on it. Not only does he have a best-selling book out, he's a coach of a lot of our members within our organization with AIME, and there's a reason for it. So step number 4, stop introducing yourself. We already know who you are. It's right above your name. Give me step 5, brother.
Number 5, Tom, is stop overlooking the power of social media. I talk to a lot of people, and you probably have a lot of people inside of your organization, both in your mortgage brokerage and at AIME, that will go, I get why you like it. I get why you do it. You're a big personality. You're the president of the company. So we're really good to say we believe in it, but then we're even faster to say, but I don't think it can work for me. And the reality is, right, whether you believe it will or it won't, you're right. And so what I see in our industry is just people that have tried to start, but they don't sustain their start because they've already assumed they're about to fail.
Yeah.
And so if we would just realize everyone is winning on social media that can raise their hand and say, I've been consistent here. We all have stories of winning. And so if we can just realize it doesn't matter what shape you are, what color you are, the experience you've had in this industry,
How little hair you have,
how little or how a lot, there's certain parts of my head that I don't want people to see because there's less hair there.
yeah.
Right. But our people already know. And so once we really tap into this can and will be an incredible source of business for me, you'll crash through the quitting points and you will find success here like you never have before.
Man, I love it. And I've seen it. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I have seen it in action. We hired a guy, and I don't give a lot of personal shout outs on this, but Tony Zerwaz, he's one of my originators. He's a police officer, right? And no sphere of influence other than social media. And
Wow.
he started and was consistent. And when you talk about stop overlooking, don't compare yourself. Kyle's a pro, right? I'm going to tell you, like, for me, we all have insecurities. Execution is what gets results. And if you can be you, be authentic, take some of these tips. These are only 2, and these are 4 and 5. So when I tell you that there's going to be some fire at Fuse that Kyle's going to drop on stage,
I've got 6 or 8 of them that didn't even get to make the top 5. So
I love it. I was at the one you had last year, and there were 2 that really I would say I didn't because I was running around doing stuff. It was yours and Brendan McKay's that I stopped me in my tracks. Like, wait a minute. I don't know what it was, but you catch people's attention because it's factual, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be in the position you're at if this didn't work. So those that are watching this, we're going to see you at Fuse this week. And these are some of the things to where when an originator asks me or asks some of my team, hey, is it really beneficial for me to go? 100%.
Yes.
If you follow these steps that Kyle's going to do, and he'll be available afterwards. If you want to reach out to Kyle, not only will he be there, but you'll have some more information to reach out to him. Don't ignore the superpower, right? There's a lot of us that make a crazy living off of the impact that social media has. It's where we connect with people. It's how you and I became friends. Let's be honest, right? I mean, besides seeing each other at conference, but you don't need to introduce yourself to me. I know who you are. Right. Kind of know probably what you like to eat a little bit. I know your personality. Yep. I know you like to help people. We've got to spend a couple times in events, but it's really social media is the medium in which you can build a network. And if you're not using it to your full capacity, you are missing out. Doesn't mean it's for everybody, just 99.9% of everybody, right?
I was wondering where you're going to go with that because I agree. Yeah.
Truth be told, I have some guys that on our team that are, Green Berets or West Point military graduates that deal with a special group, and they don't want anything with social media. Well, that's the 0.01%.
Can I give a different tip to those guys?
Let's hear it.
I've found now that the most powerful form of video is not using video on social media, but using video in one-to-one opportunities. So texting video responses to people when they ask you a question, looking at your processes and finding like, what are the 3 spots I could record evergreen videos that go out as an update to my clients. Now we're ingraining ourselves into people's lives. And that goes way deeper than just posting a reel on Instagram.
100%. I mean, that's where AI won't be able to replace us. When somebody understands the way that you talk, the way that you operate, the basics of this business are people want to work with people that they know, like, and trust.
Yep.
Everything that Kyle's going to share with us, not only at Fuse, but even today, are helping you master that piece of it. So, Kyle, you're the freaking man, brother. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. If you're looking for some more tips or tricks, check us out on our YouTube page at AIME National. You'll see lots of other episodes with really tangible items that you can take, put into action, that you're going to be able to see the results on. So with that, Kyle, man, this week, let's go. It's game time.
I'll see you soon.
Time for you to get suited up. It's time for you. Always got some fancy shoes on too, which I like. Looking forward to it, my friend. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you go out and grow and get it this week. Make sure you come up and say hi to not only myself, but Coach Kyle as well. that guy, you can give him a hug. Like he said, you
Please.
better expect
I
a big
love
one from
hugs.
me, brother.